BIXONIC. Axentrix A1 packs 4 modes: crunch, overdrive, distortion, and fuzz into a case with a sleek and eccentric design that will catch anyone's eye. Along with unparalleled dynamic range extension and compression effects, it features a 3-band equalizer that lets you fine-tune your tone. And its unique accent feature lets you do all kinds of tricks that put magic at your fingertips. Alright, let's go deeper into the amazing features of the Axentrix A1. It can be powered by a 9-volt battery placed in the bottom of the case, or by AC adapter. Of course, we recommend the AC so you don't have to worry about the battery running out. On the Axentrix A1 panel, going clockwise from the foot switch, we have an accent knob, gain knob, tone knob, level knob, and memory buttons in the center. Press and hold each knob for at least 2 seconds to unleash different kinds of tricks. Next to the input jack is a bypass switch that lets you select either true bypass or buffered. Next to the output jack is a remote jack for connection to an external foot switch. Okay, let's hook it up. Plug into the input jack. This turns the power on. Leaving it plugged in drains the battery, so be sure to unplug it when you're not using it. Next, push the foot switch and the light turns on. Press and hold the level knob. This lets you select guitar or bass as your instrument. With a guitar, the foot switch light turns red. This means the low frequency is cut out. When playing a bass, the light is blue. Of course, you can also play a guitar in bass mode. Use the bypass switch next to the input jack to select true bypass or buffered. When the foot switch color is white, that means the buffer is working. Buffered bypass sound tone is adjustable. More on that later. From here on, we're going to assume that you're in buffered bypass mode. The accent knob is one of the best tricks that the Axentrix has to offer. It carries on the unique dynamic range expansion effects of the legendary BIXONIC Expandora to produce a plethora of great feeling tone tricks. Turn the accent knob clockwise to accentuate the player's picking strength or the drive field to the guitar's volume control for a much greater means of expression. Turn it counterclockwise to get a cool percussive effect at low gain or heart-pounding long sustain at high gain. You can also adjust the light's brightness by pressing and holding the knob. The gain knob adjusts the amount of distortion. Each time you press and hold the knob, the drive mode shifts and rotates in crunch, overdrive, distortion, fuzz order. The illumination turns green for crunch, orange for overdrive, red for distortion, and purple for fuzz. Press and hold the tone knob, and the illumination turns white, and it goes to 3-band equalizer mode. You can adjust the treble with the level knob, the mids with the tone knob, and the bass with the gain knob. To exit from the equalizer mode, just press any of the 4 knobs or the foot switch. and set the output level with the level knob, and your basic settings are done. Now I'll explain the tone quality settings with buffered bypass. Turn off the effect with the foot switch and turn on buffered bypass. In this mode, if you press and hold the tone knob, the accent knob lights up blue and the other knobs turn white. Use the accent knob to adjust the dynamic range how you like it and turn the gain, tone, and level knobs to set the equalizer. Press any of the knobs once to store the settings, then your buffered bypass tone adjustment is done. The memory button lets you store distortion mode and the equalizer settings for accent, gain, and level. It also remembers whether you're using a guitar or bass and lets you store up to 3 patterns of settings. To save a setting, press the Save button. Let the 3 memory buttons start blinking. And then press one of the buttons from M1 to M3. To recall from memory, just press whichever button from M1 to M3 you used for the setting. Using the foot switch, which is sold separately, you can turn the effects of the Axentrix A1 on or off, and switch between settings in the memory with your foot. To restore to factory default settings, within the effect on, press and hold the Save button for at least 10 seconds. All of the illumination starts blinking orange. Then, while the illuminations are flashing, within 10 seconds, press each of the Save, M1, M2, and M3 buttons in order. The Axentrix A1 also comes with an extra trick, and you might like it. The light that spins when you plug in your instrument, that's actually a tuner. To use it, check to see that the effects are off and that the unit is set to buffered bypass. The light rotates clockwise when pitch is too high and counterclockwise when pitch is too low. Tune each string until the light stops spinning. The tuner is set to guitar mode by default when you turn on the unit. Press and hold the level knob to switch it to bass. Now you're all set. Try the Axentrix A1 and we're sure you'll never want to be without it. Come up with your own tricks and get the ultimate sound and feel.